welcome back to my channel. My name is Maylene Call. I'm a first year, first grade teacher in Middle Tennessee, in case you're new here. Today we're going to talk about feelings. Like I said, I am a first year teacher, so everything that I'm experiencing, everything that I am feeling is for the very first time in relation to managing a classroom and teaching 21 kids. So I know I come on here a lot and I'm really positive, really upbeat, really bubbly, because that's just the kind of person I am, but that doesn't mean that I don't experience all of the stresses and the feelings that come with teaching, or even just come with being a human. Like all those things, I still feel them. And I kind of just wanted to talk about what I do when I'm overwhelmed, because I have been feeling a lot of that lately. I was warned by so many people that January, February, March is when it starts to get really, really hard. Behaviors in the classroom start to slip, and overall things just are piling up. And I definitely can confirm that that is a thing. I didn't feel it so much in January, but I feel like it started to build up a little bit more in February, but February was gone really, really quickly. We actually had some unexpected days where we were out, and I feel like I didn't really teach anything in February, which is also stressful. But March is here. How far into March are we? It's March 12th. And I was feeling especially overwhelmed at the end of last week and the beginning of this week. And it's honestly just feeling like you have so much on your plate, not enough time for everything. So I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys about what I do to kind of help that and ease that a little bit and kind of get myself to a better place mentally. I do want to say, first and foremost, if you don't watch the rest of the video, you should know that it is so important for you to take care of yourself as a teacher. It is so often that we just want to put our kids first and put our kids first and put our kids first, but then you can be drained and you can be worn out, and that's what causes teacher burnout, is teachers aren't doing enough for themselves, and it's this on top of this on top of this on top of this, and they just don't have the energy anymore and they're burnt out. And it is totally understandable, but before you get to that point, it's really important to stop and understand and recognize and think through what you're actually feeling so that you can handle it in the best way possible. And you can't go into a classroom and teach your kids when you have all of that other stuff that you're not really dealing with, because it can just become way too much. And some of y'all really know what I'm talking about. I can basically sum that all up with saying you can't pour from an empty cup. I mean, really, truly, you just can't. So the first thing, like I said, that I do when I'm feeling overwhelmed that is so important for me to do is to just stop and think about exactly what I'm feeling. And I know that sounds a little bit silly, but it's really important to be mindful when it comes to these things, because there's so many different ways to deal with different issues. So for example, if you're feeling stressed or anxious or overwhelmed or upset or, you know, just stretched thin, there's so many different things you can feel as a teacher, but each of those has different solutions, if you will. It's really important for me to stop and kind of think about, what is it exactly that I'm feeling? Am I angry at something? Am I feeling like I have too much to do? Am I feeling like I don't have enough time? Like, what is it I am feeling? And the next thing I do is just breathe. And I feel like that is such a simple thing, but so many people forget to just breathe. They just want to go. It's really hard when you have so many things that you want to get done or you want to do. It's hard to step back and just breathe. And oftentimes we don't do that until it is a little bit too late, I feel like, but that's something I really work on with myself, is when I'm feeling those things, to just stop and just breathe and kind of be in the moment, because we can create things in our head that just become so much bigger than they really are, and we can just add all sorts of context to them. So when you stop and just breathe and remember where you are, it just helps. And on top of that, I remind myself why I am there. So if I'm ever stressed in the classroom, I just breathe and I remember why I'm here, why I love being in the classroom, why I love teaching my kids, why I love doing what I do. And like I said, I haven't had too many moments where I've been really stressed or overwhelmed, but it still happens. And I just think every day how grateful I am to even be in a position to be overwhelmed in a classroom. Like, I am so grateful to even have a classroom. So step one, breathe. Step two, remember why you're there. Remember your why for those kids. And something else I do is I will literally go to my door door, open it, just let the sun hit me. I will breathe in a breath of fresh air and then just go back to whatever I was doing. And if you can't, you know, go out like a back door or anything during maybe like a lunch break or something, step outside, because it helps so much just to get that fresh air. I mean, if it's like rainy, probably it won't be good. Maybe you can pull up like a YouTube video of like sunny, calming, like a meadow or something like that, but I just know being outside really helps too. The next thing I do is something that I always want to skip, but guys, don't skip this step. If you are feeling incredibly overwhelmed, write it down. And I don't just mean write down I'm feeling overwhelmed, which sometimes can help too, to just get it on paper. If you have a list of things in your head that you need to do that you are just replaying over and over and over in your mind, put that on paper. Sit there. If it takes 5 minutes, if it takes 20 minutes, sit there, write down everything that comes to your mind. Whether it's something you have to do or something you're just thinking of, it will feel so much better to have all of those thoughts down on physical paper. I know for me, I'm not the kind of person who writes down every single thing I need to do, but maybe I should be, because sometimes I spend way too much time in my head literally just replaying things I need over and over, and because they are in my head, I just keep adding more and more things to it. So I will take one thing and then it suddenly becomes 5 different things. So if you're like me and that sounds like something that you do, write it down. Take 5, 10, 20 minutes to just write all of those things down. That way you don't have to let that drag you down anymore, because all of those things in your head can be really heavy on you. And then y'all, once it's down on paper, you can start prioritizing, you can start planning, you can start coming up with a way for you to handle those things and get them done, or at least not have to worry about them all the time. So prioritize your list, break up any, you know, tasks that you have into smaller tasks so that you can get them done or get a part of them done. Cross it off your list. That's one less thing to worry about. And we all get a little excited when we cross things off our list, don't we? I do. The next thing is my go-to way to fix myself and fix my mood, and that is to smile. And I know it sounds super cheesy, guys, but it 100% helps me so much. I will do it at school, I'll do it at home. If I'm ever feeling just off or not good, I will just smile, and you can trick your brain into thinking you are happy. Like, it really does work. If you smile for like 20 seconds, I don't know how long, you're gonna feel better, even if it's only a little bit. And I feel like a lot of times people think they're smiling, but they're not smiling. Like, in your brain, you might think, oh, I'm smiling, but you're actually not. You'd be surprised how quickly your face just falls into its natural resting position when you're not trying. Like, I'm not trying right now, but now I am trying to smile. So, a little bit awkward, but it definitely helps. And the next one is pretty much a guaranteed way to make yourself feel better, and that's to put on like the best playlist that you have, the happy playlist, the one that you just want to dance to and sing to. It's gonna help you. Don't listen to the depressing stuff when you are depressed. Listen to the happy stuff to get you out of that. And then also I want to kind of mention, this goes along with it, but the people you are with, how do I say this? It can be really easy if you're in a mood to go and talk to other people who are in that mood and just kind of make it worse. Don't do that to yourself. It is so important to talk to people if, you know, you're going through something, because maybe they can relate and maybe you can help each other through it. But definitely don't go to that person you know that is just going to be negative about everything and not come up with any solutions and just complain with you, because that's not gonna make you feel better. It might actually make you feel worse. So I definitely recommend talking to someone maybe on your team or someone in your family, just someone, even on the internet, I don't care who, and just kind of chatting, which is why I love Instagram so much, because I can post, hey y'all, I just had the craziest day. Who else had a crazy day? And y'all will like flood me with responses so I don't feel so alone. But it's so important that no matter who you go to, who you talk to is positive. I think that's why I love the Instagram community so much, is because all we do in that community is just build each other up, and we really need that this time of year. So those are a couple of things that I do. That's kind of my routine when I get overwhelmed like I am now, and it's not something that you can, I feel like, change. Once you tackle all those things on your list, you're gonna have 30 more other things to tackle. It's not something that's going to be a permanent fix. It's just something that's gonna help get you through whatever you're going through. And right now we're going through so much. Teachers have so much on their plate, guys. I can't even begin. So those are just some of the things that I do when I'm feeling overwhelmed or stressed. And I just wanted to talk to you guys about it because I don't want y'all to think I'm living in La La Land over here, y'all. Things can be stressful, things can be hard, but I think the most important thing is just honestly to remember why you're there, how much you love your kids, how much you want to be there, and everything else is gonna get done. Everything is going to be fine. You're gonna get through it. Things can seem hard, things can seem difficult, but you can do it. And I'm here for you if you ever need me. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video, I don't know if it helped anybody, but I hope somebody heard what I was trying to say. So thank you guys so much. Make sure you click that red subscribe button if you are not subscribed already. And if you have any tips or things that you do when you are feeling stressed or overwhelmed at school, go ahead and drop them down in the comment section below. But let's try to keep it positive, guys. Doesn't hurt if you have a stuffed animal. A stuffed animal. Tesla, you're not a stuffed animal. It doesn't hurt if you have an animal at home you can love on too.